Everyone knows you should be efficient with your space, with your time, and with your money. But are you efficient with your health care as well? I'm Dr. John Bartemus, and I'm putting the pieces together to help you live a life at optimal. Over the last 10 days, I've moved into a new house and moved into a new office. And in that time, packing and unpacking, I've had to be very focused on how to efficiently use the spaces that I've moved into. And just like we want to be efficient with the space in our home or in our office, and we want to be efficient with the use of our money to get all that we can out of our dollars, and efficient with the use of our time to get as much finished and completed in a day as possible, we also want to be efficient with our health care. What does that mean? Well, there's two approaches, basically. You could be inefficient with health care, or you could be efficient with the health care or the care that you receive regarding your health challenges. Here's an example. Your kid has an earache. You take them to your pediatrician. The pediatrician hears you say earache, kid's ear hurts. Pediatrician gives an antibiotic. That could be seen as efficient from a conventional healthcare model in terms of, hey, you were in there for 6 minutes and left with a treatment. But from a treatment perspective, it's inefficient because it's the wrong treatment given likely for the complaint. Ear infections are commonly viral, and antibiotic is useless against the virus. So that's an inefficient treatment and potentially hurts the patient or increases chance that the patient has another problem soon and down the road. Whereas efficient care would be to examine the child more closely, maybe run some labs to determine is the immune system responding to a virus or a bacteria, maybe swabbing and culturing to see does a virus grow or not, or does a bacteria grow or not, excuse me. This helps you narrow in the treatment and be more efficient from a treatment perspective. From a cardiovascular disease risk, a doctor may run your labs during your yearly physical and see high cholesterol and high LDL on the labs and give a statin. Again, in that model that is viewed as efficient because they gave you a treatment for what was found, but it's inefficient in terms of trying to help the person because the cholesterol is the canary in the coal mine. The efficient thing to do would be to look deeper to determine, well, what's driving up the cholesterol and address that and efficiently deal with the issue so that down the road they're not having to take a statin for the rest of their life and then take another drug to cover up the side effects of the statin, et cetera, et cetera. Very inefficient, very costly for the person or patient, very beneficial and profitable for the model. So what would efficient healthcare look like? Efficient healthcare is functional medicine. Functional medicine could be perceived as taking too much time or putting too much work in up front if you're looking at it from a conventional model perspective. But from an efficiency perspective, it's much more efficient to spend more time up front doing the work, reviewing the medical records, using lab work to look under the hood to determine what exactly is wrong, what are all the things wrong initially, and then address those efficiently so that down the road you don't have snowballing problems from health disorders snowballing or from drugs adding up to drugs to deal with drugs, okay? And then it saves money because you're not going to the doctor as much, you're not on all these drugs and having these surgeries that could have been prevented if you were more efficient up front, did the work necessary to determine what's wrong in all the layers and address those at the front end. So efficiency is key in every area of your life, whether we're talking about space, time, money, and indeed healthcare. So if you are looking for efficient healthcare, functional medicine is the future of healthcare, and it is the current healthcare for early adopters and people in the know. So if you are struggling with inefficiency in healthcare in your life, the conventional model, and not getting the results you're looking for, seek out efficient healthcare, and that's functional medicine, and that's what we do at Functional Medicine Charlotte.